Subscribe now. EU Debates.
The decisions that Europe has been making during the last 2.5 months and will be making today and in the near future will define Europe for decades to come. We will be remembered by these decisions we make. Therefore, it is imperative that we make the right ones. So first of all, when it comes to enlargement, we have to make sure that the negotiations with North Macedonia and Albania have to start immediately. Unfortunately, no country should be able to veto such a strategic decision and hold whole European Union and the whole policy at a halt. Same goes for the candidate status for Ukraine. The whole package has to move forward. The second thing is the restoration of Ukraine. Europe will be remembered the way how did we perform in this? Did we manage to restore the country back even better than it was before? Can we start the spring of Ukraine again? We did some right decisions when it comes to sanctions. We did some right decisions with military assistance to Ukraine, but it's definitely not the end. I would say that we're still somewhere at the middle with our decisions. And if we want to make Europe a geopolitical one, a stronger one, now is the time to do that.
And concerning the sanction package, it seems you're a little bit stuck in the discussions. Why is it so hard at the moment?
Absolutely. It is one of the things that, again, I should mention that this is how we will be remembered. Either the Union who managed to go forward and to send a very clear message to Russia, or who got stuck. And now, unfortunately, the whole Union is being held hostage by one member state who cannot help us find their consensus.
What is the solution?
Well, one of the solutions could be help Ukraine to decouple itself from Russian oil and gas, because, as you know, the member state who cannot help us find their consensus is dependent on the traffic from Ukraine. So if the traffic would be stopped from Ukraine, the sanctions question would be solved altogether.
So what are you going to be saying today to your Hungarian colleague?
Sorry?
What are you going to be saying to your Hungarian colleague today?
Well, the same thing as always. We have to agree. We cannot be held hostage.
Was it clever to talk about the sanctions before talking to Hungary? Maybe it would have been better to talk to Hungary before going out with that.
Well, I mean, we've seen things that certain decisions were announced before the Council would sit and discuss. So I'm not sure whether it's always very productive to do that, but it is as it is. I mean, we have political leaders who show leadership, but then, I mean, work to bring the results to action need to follow.
Was it a good idea to put the sanctions package on the table knowing that some member states will not agree?
Well, we were not actually sure, because I think that the Commission really offered some solutions which we were looking at as a too relaxed, so to say. If we were talking almost about the ban for oil that would start, the phase out that would end by the 24th, December 31st of 24. So giving almost 2.5 years for that. But that's a very, very broad scope. So I think that everybody expected that this will be enough. And I cannot explain you why it isn't.
Was it a mistake from the line just first of all to go to Hungary and not to go to Czechia and Slovakia?
I don't know. I mean, I know that she's doing. I'm sure that she's doing all she can.
Mr. Minister,
Thank you.
You have mentioned candidate status for Ukraine, Georgia and Moldova also.
Yes, absolutely.
And what do you think about it?
I agree.